Look at the telecom market today, and you see the same pressure across the board. Basic voice services are losing value fast as providers compete in a brutal race to the bottom on price. That per-seat pricing model is steadily compressing profit margins. To survive, providers are hunting for high-value add-ons they can attach to their core offerings just to maintain revenue. This chart maps the current market tension. On the x-axis, we have the commoditization of basic voice, and on the y-axis, the surging demand for AI features. Notice this dense cluster of dots in the lower left. These represent legacy PBX providers trapped in the low-margin, low-AI zone. Compare that to the major enterprise players. They occupy the top right quadrant, securely positioned to capture both high margins and immediate AI demand. Mega vendors are capturing market share by bundling proprietary AI directly into their call paths, effectively making their brand the central hub for the customer's entire communications workflow. Large-scale competitors like AirCall, Nextiva, and RingCentral are pouring massive R&D budgets into their own in-house AI tools, bundling intelligent receptionists and routing directly into their platforms. Regional providers often try to compete by setting up referral relationships with these giants, but doing so surrenders control. Once your customer is embedded in their ecosystem, your role as the trusted provider quickly erodes. That creates a massive strategic dilemma. How do regional MSPs and UCaaS providers attach AI to their offerings without rebuilding their entire infrastructure or handing their customers over to a competitor? SkipHold is an enterprise-grade AI voice platform built for telecom service providers, distinct from consumer-facing apps or standalone widgets. Operating out of its U.S. headquarters in Miami, Florida, the company provides the core infrastructure that telecom partners use to deploy AI. That base is supported by an international development hub in Medellin, Colombia, giving them the technical footprint required to support enterprise-grade systems at scale. By operating as a white-label, SIP-native layer, the platform allows providers to integrate AI without dismantling their core infrastructure or handing over their customer database. This matrix breaks down the three primary strategies for adding AI to a telecom stack. We have rip and replace, API duct-tape, and the SkipHold layer. Looking first at the rip and replace column, the input requires tearing out your current PBX platform entirely. The outcome is technically a fully modern stack. However, the trade-off involves severe operational risk. You have to force a complete customer migration, translating into months of transition time and a high potential for downtime. Moving to the API duct-tape column, this DIY approach requires an internal engineering team to stitch together multiple raw AI APIs manually. The cost here is measured in lost focus. It diverts your core business resources into continuous maintenance, draining R&D budgets and stalling your go-to-market timeline by quarters. Small development teams quickly find themselves buried under compounding technical debt, trying to balance fragile integrations that break as the system scales. Whether you attempt to build it entirely in-house or execute a complete infrastructure overhaul, the time required guarantees that larger, faster competitors will outpace you. SkipHold takes a third path. Rather than forcing you to rip out your current infrastructure, it is built to layer directly on top of what you already have. This block diagram demonstrates how SIP native integration works. You keep your existing PBX platform base, and the SkipHold AI layer drops smoothly on top of it, connected through a simple SIP bridge. Because there is no rip and replace required, providers can deploy new AI features to their base in days, causing zero disruption to current customers. It is fully white-labeled. The platform operates completely invisible, meaning you sell AI voice features under your own brand and at your price points. The trade-off is straightforward. Keeping 100% of the customer relationship and revenue means your team is solely responsible for selling the product. To support that sales effort, SkipHold supplies its partners with ready-to-use go-to-market collateral, including white-label case studies, sales sheets, and landing pages. The result is feature parity with the industry's largest competitors, achieved without surrendering control of your tech stack or your brand identity. To determine if this architecture actually fits your roadmap, let's look at this decision tree. It begins with one question: what is your core business? First, let's track the left branch, representing end consumers and standalone small businesses who are starting to explore AI voice. If you are a consumer looking to bypass hold times, this platform is the wrong fit. Likewise, if you operate a small business and simply want a plug-and-play AI widget without managing the underlying infrastructure, SkipHold is far too heavy. The system is structurally designed for scale, meaning direct-to-consumer applications will immediately hit a wall of enterprise-level complexity. To put it bluntly, if you do not actively sell voice services or manage large-scale telecom infrastructure, this tool offers you no practical value. Now, returning to our initial starting point on the decision tree, we follow the right branch, mapping the path for VoIP resellers, managed service providers, and UCaaS platforms. For these providers, integrating this layer yields two immediate operational outcomes: the launch of a new, highly marketable product line, and a sticky customer retention tool that directly reduces churn. Financially, this setup allows providers to significantly increase their average revenue per user. You generate new recurring income streams from AI add-ons, entirely bypassing the heavy internal engineering costs. By stripping out the friction of a full system replacement, providers can take a commoditized voice service and immediately elevate it to a modernized tech stack. It gives regional operators leverage to break free from the downward pressure of basic pricing, rapidly accelerating past peers stuck in legacy models. While enterprise vendors use AI to draw customers toward their proprietary stacks, SkipHold enables independent providers to offer those same capabilities under their own brand. It secures the provider's role as the primary service layer, while opening up the higher margins found in automation.